organizer to giving us to share with you the information regarding the mechanization overview in Vietnam. So please let me share my presentation first. Can you see my presentation from screen? Okay. I would like to inform you that now we are in the process of preparation arrangement to host to organize the AGRITECHNICA Live in Can Tho, August 24, 26. Last week we conducted the Vietnamese press conference already. We now got many the confirmation from the domestic company and also our partner in Vietnam to attend this event. And so for the international community, for international in the company, we would like to share with you some information related to the mechanization overview process in Vietnam. So my presentation including 3 items. The first is want to share with you some opportunity, the challenges, and also our policy strategy to promote the private sector and farmer participate in the mechanization, again as the overview of the market need for mechanization. This is some Vietnamese figures why we are still need an agriculture country, because the total Vietnam land now over 33 million hectares, but land use for agriculture is 34% of the agriculture production land. The Vietnamese population now around 100 million people, but of which the labor force is 40% of our population are the farmers. So we share of the GDP 14%. Vietnamese predominant production, we have some very famous agriculture products like the rice. We are the second country in the world for rice exportation, and also coffee, the rubber, the pepper, the beef, and the other one, tree is our major product. Talking about the opportunity for the international machine company, as well as for the domestic machine company now, we are in process of preparing to issue the strategy, the government degree on the mechanization of agriculture production. We expect that next month we will issue this degree. And also the high-tech agriculture mechanization of agriculture product is our priority field. And especially at the meantime, the currently mechanization rate of the key product just only 50%. It's very low compared to the other labor countries. Fortunately, now our Vietnamese farmer began to pay the attention to mechanization. And the last one, for the Vietnam company, the mechanical company in Vietnam are many do trading. They do trading, but for the producing of the Vietnamese manufacturer is still limited. There are few manufacturing enterprise of Vietnamese side. So I think this is very big opportunity for the international community if you want to invest in Vietnam in terms of the trading agriculture machine. For our strategy, the government of Vietnam has started a target that by 2030, the comprehensive for some key crop production will reach over the 30%. As I mentioned, at the meantime, the mechanization rate certainly less than the 50%. So we plan until the 2030, this rate reaches 70%. And also over the 30% of key agriculture products, processing, storing, establishment, apply the technology, advanced technology level and capability. And post-harvesting loss of key agriculture products will decrease from 0.5% to the 1% per year. The rural area, the people income will be increased from the 2.5 to 3 times higher than 2020, about only 120 million Vietnamese dong per year. And also we have the big capacity training program to make the people to be aware of the role of the mechanization, and also try to train our farmer to be the worker who can use the agricultural machine in the our sector. And talking about the challenges from application of mechanization. In Vietnam, we stand facing some problem. The first one is with the small and scattered fragmented agriculture production. On average, so each household in Vietnam had only 1 hectare for cultivation land on average. And to apply the mechanization, our farmers in lack of budget, lack of capital for investment, and also the price of the machine, agricultural machine in Vietnam is still a little bit high compared to their income. And the third one is the infrastructure has not that met the mechanization of agriculture production. The roads to the field, and also the infrastructure for the agriculture machine operation is still need to be improved. And currently, most of the players in the market share belong to the foreign investor, and Vietnam is having to import 70% of agriculture machine and equipment. So it means that only 30% of agriculture machine now produced in Vietnam by the domestic company, but we imported a lot, mostly from the China, Japan, South Korea, and the Vietnamese company produce only small scale agriculture machine for small plot. On the first one is the competitively of the Vietnam agriculture machine is also quite too low because of its higher cost than imported product, especially when the people purchasing the product from the China. The Chinese product is very cheap compared to the other product. Moreover, the domestic agriculture machine manufacturing enterprise still face some difficulties when the competing with the tax evasion and smart goods, counterfeit goods, and imitation goods, something like that. And a small-scale transparent in Vietnam now, we are the challenge already. Before the end of this is my presentation, I'm going to share you some of our farmer needs in Vietnam, especially in the Mekong River Delta, as well as in the Red River Delta in the north of Vietnam. the farmer now interested in small-scale transplanting machine. Which one is suitable for small plots? And also the rice dressing machine is our farmer is needed now because it's very cheaper compared to the other equipment, and also very appropriate, suitable for their production. And the third product is the threshing machine combined with the spraying. Many domestic company in Vietnam now introducing the combine between the threshing rice with the spraying the plant protection, pesticide, something like that. And also rice dryer in Vietnam. Just only one small domestic company produce rice dryer, but not cannot meet the need of the market. And also for the other sector, for the livestock husbandry, the farmer now interested some machine equipment for mixing the food for animal, and also some milling trenchers and hand-held ploughing machine and backpack power tiller weeding machine. And I think Dr. Hung in his presentation will share with you more detail about the market need of this. So just some my overview of the mechanization strategy and also the general information picture concerning the mechanization process in Vietnam. So thank you for your attention.
Thank you very much, Dr. Nguyen Van Hung. So we have listened to the overall situation of agricultural mechanization in Vietnam, especially the current market situation and the needs of the farmers. So next, please join me to welcome Dr. Nguyen Van Hung, scientist, team leader of mechanization and post-harvest at IRRI Vietnam, to introduce the available solutions for smart farming and mechanization, as well as the opportunities to broadly apply these technologies in Vietnam. Please.
Thank you very much, Andy and Viet. Okay, so thank you very much, Dr. Khoa, for the overall pictures of mechanization and post-harvest mechanization in Vietnam. And so the Vietnam strategies of mechanization. And now will offer opportunities for smart farm mechanization and post-harvest solution in Vietnam. Here is the overall pictures of rice productions. So focus on rice productions first, and then I will overview some other crops productions. The major issues during land preparation to the productions until we have a main products of grains. So for land preparations, crop establishments, crop cares, we need water, we need seeds, we need fertilizer and pesticides. We need energies for all operations. And during harvest, aside from the main products of grains, so we have a rice straw, and at milling we have other byproducts such as husk and bran. And during storage, in some technologies, so we need fumigations using pesticides. And during post-harvest, we have post-harvest losses. So all that is causing contribute to the emissions and also the value change. And now going to the issues of mechanizations. So the first one, as Dr. Khoa already mentioned, so the farms in Vietnam, most of the farms in Vietnam are small operations, so hampering mechanization, and in consequence, it causes low land use efficiency and unlevel fields, so it causes difficult crop establishments and even unable mechanized crop establishment, as you see in the left pictures. So the mechanized direct seeding or mechanized direct seeder cannot go, that cannot work in the field. And because of unlevel field, so it requires high irrigation water and low agronomic input use efficiency. It means that it requires high seed rate, high fertilizer and pesticides application. And because of unlevel field, so it causes more lodging. It means that it causes harvesting loss and lower quality of grain. And also uneven moisturing, so it causes high processing loss. And the next is crop establishment and care. So at the moment, one of the major problems or constraints of rice production in Vietnam are using manual broadcast seeding or blower seeding that are common practice, more than 60% in the Mekong River deltas. And because of non-uniform of seeding, so it requires high seed rates, higher than 150 kilograms of seed per hectare, and high seed density, so it requires higher fertilizer application or usage, and also it causes high risk of pest and disease. For crop care, so the common practice is is using knapsack sprayer. So this one is a laborious, uneven application, and it causes health and environmental hazard problem. The next issue is during harvesting. Harvesting loss due to poor scheduling of combined harvester or of machines. So at the moment, it's the communications between service provider and farmers are first come, first serve. So, and the problems in the Mekong River deltas is big due to the risk of disease. So usually it's sowing at the same time, and in consequence, so the harvest will be at the same time, and it requires the combine harvester working in the field at the same time, and it poor scheduling, so it will cause the farmer will wait for the machines. So early harvest is still immature, so it causes high losses because of the grains will follow the will stick on the straw, rice straw, and it late harvest. It means that waiting for the combine harvester, it will cause a delay of harvesting. It will cause also high shattering loss. So poor communication, poor matching of the field conditions with machinery, poor scheduling, low operations efficiency, and high losses. The other losses caused due to delay of drying. So the same problem as sowing at the same time, harvest at the same time. So it requires drying at the same time and insufficient drying capacity. So it causes delay of drying, and delay of drying, so it causes high post-harvest losses. Low quality of dryer and lack of knowledge on drying technologies, operations, and poor storage management. And in post-harvest, one of the major issues is rice straw management. So at the moment in the Mekong River, in Vietnam, more than 60% of rice straw are burnt in the field. Equal to around 20 million tons of rice straw is burned in the field. It causes nutrient loss, greenhouse gas emission, and pollutions, biodiversity loss, such as soil dwelling organisms such as fungi, bacteria, and rophyptero. The barriers why the farmer burn rice straw in the field because of lack of balers or mechanized collections of rice straw, lack of economically viable option for straw use, lack of capability of farmer for adopting new technologies. And here I come up, I will share some thoughts or lesson learned for the opportunities for mechanization, precision farming, and post-harvest management. Some solutions with high demand. The first one is we need mechanized land preparation and precision leveling, including laser land leveling. the precision direct seeding to reduce seed rate, but keep the yield increase or even unchanged. Drones for seeding, fertilizer, and pesticide application. The combine harvester, at the moment, as mentioned, so combine harvester already applied 100% in the Mekong River Delta or in Vietnam. But we still need combine harvester for the lifespan recycle or the next versions of combine harvester integrated with precision artificial intelligence or next integrated with some optimized solution like such as a digital agriculture for optimized scheduling. We need the solutions for storage such as hermetic storage, cooling and aeration storage, and smart storage management. For example, here's one of the app for smart storage management developed by IRRI. But we need the private sectors to work with us to develop this further. And we need solutions to upgrade rice straw value chains. Particularly, we need to promote the mechanized rice straw collection, rice straw collection, mechanized rice straw composting to produce organic fertilizer and also bioplastic productions from rice straw. And overall, we need smart or digital agriculture apply for migration and post-harvest management. For example, is the easy harvest. So we need some private company to work with the research institutions to promote the digital agriculture for to improve or to upgrade crop productions in Vietnam. The other mechanization demands, such as for maize, for corn productions, particularly in land preparation, seeding, crop care, and harvest. For coffee, we mainly need mechanization for harvest and drying. We need greenhouse, the technologies or the solution for greenhouse, irrigation, for livestock and fish farming, productions and processing. We need mechanization for or the high-tech solution for renewable and bioenergy, biosilica, and bioplastics. In summary, so I would like to share talks to promote, to effectively promote mechanization in Vietnam based on our experience. So to promote scale appropriate mechanization. So we need market study, and then we need to identify the scale appropriate technologies. We need to identify what, where, how, and who we are working with. We need to provide the trust or to bring the trust for the farmers on mechanization, on the equipment we provide through technology verification and adaptation. And we need to promote technology through the farmer field days, farmer field demonstration, such as AGRITECHNICA Live. With that, thank you very much. Over to you. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Dr. Hung. So as we have heard about the most up-to-date agricultural technologies, let's see how these solutions will be introduced to farmers, traders, and agricultural producers in Vietnam this August. Please welcome Ms. Kamochanok Nantaburom, Senior Project Manager of VNU Exhibitions Asia Pacific.
Hi, good afternoon from Bangkok to everyone. So it's been our honor to welcome everyone here. So I hope you can hear my voice really clear. So on behalf of the organizer, we appreciate your participations today. And I will go really quick for my presentation, maybe 2 or 3 minutes, just to give you an overview what is the AGRITECHNICA Asia and what you can see in this August. So as Dr. Khoa and Mr. Hung already explained, so this year we are really focused on the mechanization, so which you can see the demonstration of the up-to-date machinery in the field. So this event will be held in Can Tho City, Vietnam, as you know, from 24th to 26th of August. So this event will be divided into several sectors. On the 24th of August, you will experience all the international conferences. And from the 25th to 26th, you will get a chance to see the live demonstrations together with the exhibitions in Can Tho City. And this is 4 main sectors that you are going to see if you visit our event in August. First, live demonstration, which we expected more than 4,000 farmers all over Vietnam will come to visit and will come to join these live demonstrations. Secondly, you will have a chance to see the innovative technologies, not just only from Vietnam, also from Europe and from the Asia country as well. Thirdly, you will have a chance to listen to the international professional dealer and expert, and also Vietnam government to share the knowledge in this event. Last but not least, you will get a chance to really networking to all the people in the agriculture field in Vietnam together with the international agriculture exhibitors, as well as you will get a chance to mingle and to networking with the high ranking of the Vietnam government. And as Dr. Cao and Dr. Hung said, Vietnam are really very interested market at the moment. You can see very high growth in the Vietnam agriculture at the moment. You will see the several benefits if you come and join our event. So you will see the several sectors as well. For example, tractor, soil preparations, smart farming, which is very important nowadays. So if you are participating in our event, you will receive several kind of benefits that we offer. You will receive you can exhibit your product and showcase your product at our exhibition site, as well as we provide the shuttles from the field demonstrations to the exhibition areas. And of course, you have the chance, very high chance to meet the right person to talk or to discuss about the business in Vietnam. And of course, you will attend our guided tour at the demonstration area. And last but not least, on-site conference that you will learn so much from our experience and very renowned speaker from this event. And this is just the idea that if you are international participants, exhibitor, and you would like to join our event, you will have a choice of the various benefits that you can choose to participate. So last but not least, this is the contact person from my colleagues here as well, Katarina Starke, from Katarina, Managing Director of the LG Thai, which you can also ask her any questions regarding the international exhibitors. Also me, myself, Kamon Chanok or Nok from Bangkok, Thailand. We are here to assist you. Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you, Nok. So now, ladies and gentlemen, now I would like to open the floor for the audience to interact with our speakers. Again, we are having Dr. Nguyen Van Hung from the Vietnam National Agricultural Extension Center, Dr. Nguyen Van Hung from the International Rice Research Institute. We also have Ms. Giang from Bayer in Vietnam, and Ms. Katarina Staske from DLG Thai. Dear speakers, we have already one question coming in the chat function. What is the best channel for foreign manufacturing companies to reach the Vietnamese farmers directly? So who would like to take this question, please?
Well, maybe. Hello, everybody. I hope you can hear me. Thanks a lot for the question. I think it came from Claudia. Nice to see you here. of course, a very good opportunity for international manufacturers to directly connect with the farmers is really at the upcoming event at AGRITECHNICA Asia Live in the end of August. Because at this event, as Nok explained earlier, you have different target groups. So we will have, together with the National Agricultural Extension Service, Dr. Khoa can tell a bit more about it. We will invite the farmers to the event. We will arrange farmer groups going to the field site, then to the exhibition, helping also a bit with the translation. So this is already a very good opportunity to connect with farmers to get an understanding. And I guess the international manufacturers, they also want to talk to traders, associations, and so on. And those target groups they will find in networking events, at the exhibition, for example, during the event. But I see Hung would like to add something.
Okay, Hung on me. So let me Hung first. Okay.
Okay, Khoa. Yeah, please go ahead, Khoa. Yeah. Khoa, please go ahead. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So let me continue what Ms. Katarina mentioned. As we are the extension services provider in Vietnam, and in AGRITECHNICA Live to be conducted in Can Tho, we call our system to participate, to support this event. So for the audience, we will coordinate with the private sector to invite the visitor who are the farmer and also who are the audience can purchase the agriculture machine for their production, as well as we will invite the trading company in Vietnam who are do trade of the agriculture machine, not the producers, because as I mentioned in my presentation that in Vietnam just only 30% of the total agriculture machine produced in Vietnam, but mostly we imported, and mostly the company now they are looking for the international technology. They are looking for the international machine, which one is suitable for the Vietnamese condition. So we expect that 4,000 audience to be participated in this AGRITECHNICA 2022 in Can Tho. We divided into the two plates, one plate for the demonstration. About 30,000 farmers will be there to see the demonstration, and then the exhibition area. We also arrange the farmers to be there to see the technology. And in the exhibition area, we discussed with the Mekong Delta already. We arrange some meeting for the interaction between the Vietnamese trading company and the international community in this. Okay, maybe my colleague, Dr. Hung, can you add something about this?
Thank you, Khoa and Katarina. Yeah, I would like to go very technical side, from technical side. So this is a really good question and interesting. So what is the best channels to reach the farmers? So for me, as I mentioned, so there are several states, but we can sum up brief 4 stages. It's a market study, verification, adaptation, or customization, and then promotion, reaching to farmers, outreach to farmers. So it depends on the machines or products the foreign manufacturer want to reach to the farmers. So the first you need to identify is your machines or your solution already verified in Vietnam, because you need to bring the trust to farmer. The farmer just trust when they see and they listen. So they see what and they listen to him. So the listen to home means that not only from your side, but also from even is like the international reputations organization, and also the expert, the policy makers. So it means that it's if your machine is not verified in Vietnam yet, so you need to test it to provide evidence or illustrate it work well in Vietnam, in the field in Vietnam. The second one is you need to do customization, optimization about the scale. So stick to our name of AGRITECHNICA Life is a scale appropriate mechanization. So for example, so how many horsepower, the capacity, the size of the machines, the weight of the machine, because in the wet field, so something like that. And then customization, it means that it's you need to stick on the capacity matching with the value chain factors. For example, the how much capacity for drying, so you need to calculate is how many tons of grains produced or need to be dry in 1 month or in several weeks, something like that. And then the next one is scaling in farmers. So you need something is AGRITECHNICA, as Dr. Khoa of Katarina already mentioned. So it depends on what of your stage, and we will provide. And you can think or consider the process where you are. Thank you. Yeah.
Thank you very much, our speakers. We have the next question coming in for Dr. Khoa. What are the solutions to reduce post-harvest losses from 0.5% to 1% per year in Vietnam? This is a question from Anh Phạm Văn Tấn from Siap.
Okay. For reduce the loss rate, we have many solutions. As you know, that the most harvesting activity in Vietnam now is the manual, by the people. Is it the cost to make the loss? And then the first priority solution, if we do mechanization, try to apply the high technology by the machine that we call it comprehensive and mechanization, and to reduce the loss. The second solution that this is capacity building for our farmer, because the farmer now they are still interested in the cultivation, but the both harvesting technique is still need to be improved by our system, and then to make the people to be aware of the important the post-harvesting technology is the second thing. The last solution that we do, because the agriculture land is particularly in the Mekong River Delta and the Red River Delta in the north is very scattered and fragmented. So we now do the land consolidation process. It means that we will try to promote people to consolidate the land into the big farm, so that if we have a big farm, it is easy for our system and also for scientists to apply the F&T technology to reduce the loss. So I think that we have major three solutions are being implemented in Vietnam. Thank you so much.
And Anh Hung, thank you, Anh Khoa. Anh Hung, would you like to add some more to this question?
Yeah, thank you. And again, from technical side, and very thank you, Anh Tấn, for the big and good question. Actually, Dr. Tấn is one of the person working on post-harvest management. So from my side, anyway, I want to share the view of points for other participants for that question as well, not only for Anh Tấn. Okay, so from technical side, for the Mekong River Delta of Vietnam, I want to focus. So the overall, the general solution, so Mr. Khoa mentions we can reduce post-harvest losses from mechanization to harvesting to drying, storage, logistics, even at the rice mill, and also the during the transportation. But in the Mekong River Delta, so some major challenges and high post-harvest losses where. So the first one is the risk of lodging. So if looking at considering post-harvest losses, so we can consider lodging causing harvesting loss, and also lodging means that is the quality of grains reduce or decrease. So it causes post-harvest losses during processing. So to avoid lodging, so two things we need to do. One is land leveling to improve the land, and the second solution, solution is to do the mechanized direct seeding to have a better crop establishment. So it means that it's to reduce the risk of lodging, and to increase the uniforms of rice grains. It means that this reduce post-harvest losses during the processing. The second challenges or the second problems in Vietnam, the drying already there, storage somehow is good, but the major problem is during logistics because harvesting at the same time. So logistics is a problem. So we need to improve logistics because of delay of drying. So as I saw in the picture, so during the harvesting season, so the boats carrying the grains is waiting long life in the river. So it causes several days of delay of drying. So just after one day, after 24 hours, so we have at least 0.5% of post-harvest losses because of brokenness, mold, or discolorations, etc. Thank you. Yeah.
Thank you. The next question, I guess, is also addressed to Dr. Hung. What product do you need for land leveling for better water and fertilizer management? This comes from Mr. Chandan Dipsain from TND Electronic Systems in India.
Okay, so what products, right? Yeah, to improve land leveling. So we at the moment, so in Vietnam is after several introductions of particularly from IRRI in Vietnam in 2004. So far we have around 10,000 of field in the Mekong River, that mainly in the Mekong River Delta, leveled by laser land leveling. And that one is actually a good solution. However, it is not well or outscale in the farmer in large scale, because in the Mekong River Delta we have more than 1.5 million hectares of land, of rice land, or even more for croplands. But just about more than 10,000 hectares leveled by laser land leveling is still small. There are several barriers, but mainly is the cost of land leveling is still high because of scheduling, because of management, service provider management, because of improper promotions of technologies and demonstrations as well. So that one actually the opportunities for the companies to bring laser land leveling or even precision land leveling, for example, using geographic information system or satellites or drones, integrated with drone technologies as well. Thank you. Yeah.
Thank you very much. And for a change, maybe a question to Ms. Giang Phạm from Bayer, Vietnam. How does Bayer participate in AGRITECHNICA Asia Live, and which benefits sees Bayer in participating, please?
Thank you for the questions, and good afternoon to everyone from my side. And some of you are nice to meet again from the press events for AGRITECHNICA Live last week in Can Tho. So from Bayer, we are very happy to be one of the early birds to become the diamond sponsor of the events. So, and the reason why, for us, it will look back since the last 2 years with the pandemic situation. And we are very happy nowadays to be back in person And this we have learned from the news and also from the interaction with DLG and also with Matt. We learned this is a very important event of the industry. Especially we can meet face to face for the first time back after the pandemic time. I really like the idea of the live event here, as you highlighted in the theme. This is not only from the exhibition, that we also have the live demo field. So that's why from Bayer, we think this is very interesting for us to join. We have many stories to tell to the industry as one of the key industrial players, and especially to the farmers. We've learned the number of farmers we can reach from Dr. Khoa, Dr. Hung earlier. So this is exactly the playground for us to demonstrate our contribution in innovations and also technology. So that's the reason why, and we from that, with that concept, we will be joining from the exhibition to the demo farms, and also we are looking at sharing some of the topics in the seminars, and also look for the cooperation, especially in the industry with PPP projects, programs that we are looking for. Yeah, thank you. Hope that's answered your questions.
Thank you very much, Ms. Dang Pham. We have another question to Dr. Hung, and maybe also Dr. Khoa. I'd like to phrase two questions back to back. The first is, how are farmers organized in Vietnam? For example, how many farmers are members of a cooperative? And the next is, there are several technology and solutions to reduce fuel burning and increase value of rice straw, such as mushroom growing, ethanol production, animal feed. Can you advise which solution is best for farmers?
Okay, for the first question about the farmer organization and how many farmers now form at the cooperative in Vietnam. Let me share with you that in Vietnam we have a big policy on the agriculture cooperative development. We have a national target program on this. Now we have more than 30,000 cooperatives in Vietnam now, particularly in the Mekong River Delta. Every commune have the cooperative. On average, each commune in Vietnam have around 2 cooperatives in that. So each cooperative, including 100 farmer member on average, depend on the specific product. So when we organize or transfer the advanced technology, actually we base on the cooperative. So cooperative like platform, like the organizer to form the farmer cooperative. And also we have a lot of policy support for the cooperative. Particularly, we have a special policy support the cooperative in terms of the development of the mechanization, as I mentioned in my presentation. And the second question, I'm not so clear. Can you repeat? Maybe Dr. Hung will answer the second one.
Yes, I can. I will try. Yeah, for rice straw burning. Yeah. The second question is on rice straw burning. The solution for rice straw. What are the best practices? Can I go, or you want to answer that?
Maybe Dr. Hung, can you answer?
Yeah. Okay. Thanks. Yeah. Just a brief. Okay. The answer actually is no solutions best for all. But overall in Vietnam, so we can say that it's a good rice straw can use for mushroom production and cattle feed. That is the most value for use of rice straw. But of course, based on the demands, for example, for mushroom production, just about 2% maximum of rice straw in the Mekong River Delta. For cattle feed, it might be higher, but the low quality of rice straw cannot use for mushroom or cattle feed, so we use to produce organic fertilizer and also bioplastic. That one is the solution. And at the moment, it's under several projects. So we can say that we have technologies for mushroom productions, cattle feed or cattle fodder productions, composting, or it means that organic fertilizer productions and biodegradable products. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I guess we can take one more question, which is also very important before we close. What sort of support, finance or subsidy provided by government to adopt mechanization in farms? I guess for this question, we would like to hear from the private sector as well as the public sector if possible. So Chief Nguyen Van Hung, would you like to go first?
Yeah, I think regarding the supports, we learned earlier, very happy to learn earlier from Dr. Khoa about the national plan strategy on mechanism. That I think a very good step to advance Vietnam agriculture to the next level, as we are now start to seizing a lot of opportunities ahead with the recent EVFTA or others, I mean free trade agreements globally. So that's very important. From our view, we think that it would be very helpful if we can also see a holistic action plan for Vietnam agriculture for sustainable development and define the key must-win battles with the crops, which crops in which areas, and how the players, each industry players, the clear role in there. And I think with that, that's relating to also the PPP, the public-private partnership agenda, and also clear guidance and regulations to help facilitating the process. And as you mentioned about subsidized, so I think it's also very important that we can connect the market linkage to help the farmers know their products will be, I mean, from farm to table in the process, how to serve the export domestic demand. And with that, I think we can help further with finance for the farmers, create the credit, help them to create their credits to access the finance. So that is from our view. Thank you.
Those are very important points. Thank you, Ms. Nguyen Van Hung. Dr. Khoa, would you like to add some more words on this question from the public sector?
Okay, as my colleague Giang mentioned, in Vietnam, we have a special program. We call it the PPP. That mentioned it already. But talking about our subject today, it's mechanization. For support farmer, we do not subsidize the farmer. And we have the special policy to support them in terms of the capacity building, and also to bring them to link with the private sector at the international technology company who have the advanced technology on the mechanization. And especially we have the tax policy for the importing the agriculture machine now. The tax is zero. We reduce the tax for that. And for the farmer who want to purchase the agriculture machine, we have the special policy to give them the very low the rate, the loan rate, so that they can. And in Vietnam we have the social bank, so give them many things in terms of the procedure to get the loan. The bank is very simple as well as the no rate. So that's why I encourage them to purchase the machine and equipment. And especially we have the extension program on training the farmer to be the worker for using the agriculture machine. This is the support from our public sector. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much for the important insights, Dr. Khoa. So although seeing a lot of interest from the participants, we still need to close this webinar. Maybe Ms. Katarina Staske, would you like to have some final words before we close, please?
Thanks a lot, Chang. Well, I can only say active. We can all see we have so many questions, open questions, and I'm sure we could continue the session 1 more hour. So you are all invited to continue the discussion, the conversations when we see each other, hopefully in person in Can Tho in end of August. All the experts will be there. I would like to say thank you to our speakers and panelists, to our partners, to the very good moderation, and yeah, to all participants for sharing all the questions. Let's see each other in the end of August. If you would like to have any information, any more questions, just contact us, contact my colleague Nok or myself or the colleagues here, our partner NAEC, the others. We are always happy to help. And of course, if you would like to have the presentations, any information afterwards, just let us know. Thanks a lot.
Thank you very much for your participation today, and goodbye, everyone. See you in August.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. See you. Okay,
Bye-bye.
bye.